Welcome back to Milk and Sugar Bath Bakery. I'm Lee. Today we are going to be making a dragon's blood soap. And what I intend to do today is make the soap, the main part of the soap, black. And then inside I kind of want to try to do some flames. So I'm going to do a drop swirl. And I'll show you the colors in a second that we're going to use. And on the top, we're going to be piping dragon scales on top. That is the goal. And I'll show you how I'm going to attempt that. In this bucket right here, I have coconut oil, shea butter, castor oil, cocoa butter, and olive oil. The base of our soap is going to be colored with activated charcoal to make it black. Our drop swirl today is going to be really red, tangerine dream, and bright yellow raincoat. The fragrance oil I'm going to be using today is from Rustic Escentials, and it is dragon's blood. It smells very much like resin and incense. When you go in a natural food store or a natural shop and you smell that resin, that's exactly what it smells like. So it's a great natural smelling soap and can be unisex as well. So the first thing that we are going to do is place some heavy cream into our oils. We're also going to place a tablespoon of kaolin clay and a tablespoon of colloidal oatmeal. I'm going to blend this up first and get it all mixed in with our oils. And then I'm going to go ahead and add our lye solution and get it up to a very, very light trace and emulsification. We're ready to go ahead and split out our batter into the inner colors. I'm not going to do a very large amount in each pitcher. Might do a little more red than anything else, just because this is dragon's blood. So we'll do yellow, orange, and then red here. I'm going to set the black. That's going to be black, so we're going to set that off to the side. We'll start with our yellow. That in first. This yellow is from Mad Micas, and the orange is from Mad Micas as well. The red today is from Nurture Soap. And it is one of the best reds out there that you can use in cold process soap. It really gives you a true red color. I'm going to go ahead and give each of these a little blend and mix them up. And then we'll put the activated charcoal in the larger container. I'm not going to be fragrancing any of these smaller containers. This fragrance oil, the dragon's blood, does tend to discolor soap, and I want these colors inside for the drop swirl to remain very, very vivid and bright, so we are not going to fragrance that piece of it. Colors off to the side. They are ready to go. And in this larger portion, we are going to add black activated charcoal. I want this to be a true black. It will darken a little bit, but I want to make sure it's a very true black. I'm gonna go ahead and mix in this black activated charcoal, and then I'm gonna stir in our fragrance so we keep it nice and loose. At this point, looking at it, I don't know if you can see it as well in the camera. It is a little on the gray side. And I would usually add a little more activated charcoal, but since this is going to darken on its own, I don't think that that's going to be necessary here. Now, before we start pouring this into the mold, I am going to split off a little bit of this soap for the piping and the scale work that we're going to do on the top. That should be plenty. We're going to set this off to the side and let it thicken up while we work on the inner part of the soap. I brought my mold out and we are ready to begin pouring. So I'm going to begin with some of the black. I'm going to fill it up about a third of the way. And then we are going to take our red and drop that in. I want this to really penetrate down in there, so I'm going to drop it from pretty high up and make about 3 passes. Now we're going to do the same thing with the orange. I am not planning to spoon swirl this at all. I really want it to be very fluid and fire-like looking on the inside. So we're just gonna let it do whatever it wants to do inside of there. And these colors should remain very vivid. Okay, now we're gonna take some more black and go over this and pour more of it in. This is going to swirl the colors even more inside of there. All right. Now let's go back with the red. The technique that I'm going to use today, I saw on Soaping 101. That video, and I'll leave a link down in the description box below, was piping mermaid scales. I thought that I would take that technique and idea and do it a little differently. So I'm going to do them a little bit smaller than she did in the video. She did 3 across. I'm going to attempt 5 or 6 across. And then I'm going to take these tiny, tiny spoons and I'm going to kind of take each piped top in and smash it down, and I'll show you that. So let's go ahead and get started and see how we do. So it looks like I'm going to get about 5 across. I'm going to take this spoon and just smash it down and pull out. I'm going to wipe my spoon in between each pipe, and I'm going to go in right over that last one and pipe another layer. wipe my spoon off, and come in and pull back. So I'm going to continue this all the way down the mold. It's going to take a little bit of time. I'll keep you guys going, but I'll speed you up a little bit so you don't get quite as bored here. We have finished up all of the piping on top, and I'm digging the way this looks. I really like it. My husband's in the background too, and he likes it. Don't you?
I do love it. It's awesome.
He's a big Game of Thrones guy. So the last thing we're gonna do, before I bring you in to show you a close-up, is we're gonna add some of this Sparkle Plenty Fairy Dust from Mad Micas. I wanted to have the look of kind of a shimmer skin on the dragon. So we're gonna put quite a bit of this Sparkle Plenty on top. All right, guys, here it is up close. Dragon's Blood Dragon Scale Soap. I put quite a bit of that iridescent sparkle shimmer on there, and I really think it gives it a really cool effect on top. Let's cut into this dragon and see if we achieve some cool flames inside. Ooh. Okay, I love the flames inside. I think that orange will get a bit brighter, but what's really cool is look how the top, when I cut the scales, how it just kind of pops up like that. I love that. That's neat. Let's just keep going. This got really hot when it was saponifying, and it got a few tiny cracks on the top, but nothing to be concerned about. I love those swirls inside. In the past, I've done Dragon's Blood soaps, never with this top scale look, which I'm loving and will definitely be keeping. But I haven't done yellow and orange on the inside. I've only done red. I did a red and gray, which I really liked, but I love the vibrancy of this. It definitely looks more dragon-like with the flames. Or maybe it's just the dragon's blood that's colored like that.